Hello everyone, welcome to Homeschool Autism Life. My name is Jamie, and this week's video I wanted to chat about something that I've been thinking about and wrestling for a long time. And the question is really simple. How do I teach my autistic son the Bible and big, deep spiritual truths and how they affect his life or have meaning in his life? And so if you are not a believer and this is not something that you are trying to share with your children, no worries. Feel free to stop there if you would like. But it's been something, I've been on a journey in my own spiritual life for, taking away the Christianese doctrine, the churchese doctrine, if you will, that didn't have substance, that didn't have depth, and trying to make sure that the things that I teach my girls in particular were things that had a solid foundation so that when they went out into the world, they were not shaken, and the foundations that were planted or built were strong enough for them to maintain their ever-present help in times of trouble. And I don't know if you all know what's going on in the world and in Canada in particular, but sometimes the world can be very scary, and you have to figure out what God has for your life and where you need to take a stand, and so on and so forth. So with my girls, it's been a little bit different because we can have those deeper conversations about, what God does for us, what Jesus and having a personal relationship with Jesus is for, and why it is so beneficial for us. But it's been a concern for a long time for me, just, Darrion isn't conversational. So, even just a short little conversation is usually about food or the things that he likes. And, having a deep, meaningful conversation about Jesus is a little bit different. And so I've been praying about it and meditating on it, if you will. And again, I am so thankful for, if you've watched another video, I'll put it down below, talking about how, I don't do this job alone. I'm not by myself coming up with curriculum and stuff like that. Jesus, who is the best educator, God who is omnipotent, he knows the things that I need. And for the last few years, I've been really relying on him. Still do. That hasn't changed. But I know that he knows what's going on in Darrion's brain much, much better than I do. And so I've been really thankful for the fact that that is a truth that I can rely on for sure. But as his teacher, also wanting to do more with that. So what I am thankful for is that God has very, I'm going to say organically, I don't know if that's the right word, but over a long period of time, God has shown me a way in which I can teach him truth, help it stick in his brain in a way that has been helpful. And so I wanted to share it with you in case you're also on this journey of how do I teach this? Like, it seems so big and so complicated, and my child's verbal ability is so limited. How do I do this? So the one thing that I will say is we are a gather round family. We aren't doing this one with Darrion yet, but my girls are doing Australia and Oceania. But for my son, we have been doing the ocean unit, and we're hoping to do space unit as well. But my son, we've been taking those verses and he's been cutting and gluing them into his Bible memory book. And then at the end, he'll write what they mean to him. And oftentimes I have to ask him, do you think it means this, or do you think it means this? And then we write it in here. And so building on that, what we've been doing, I made this thing that we put on our fridge, and it is laminated, so sorry you might get a glare. But we've been talking about the verses, and every single night he wants to talk about what the day was today and what the day is tomorrow. And so this was one of the things that I was like, we're already at the calendar. I wonder if I could add that in. So every single night he reads the Bible verse that we've done, and then I've written, or we've talked about, what it means to him. So Psalm 89:9, God is powerful to solve any problem I face. 1 John 4:19, God loves me so much. And Ephesians 6:10, I can trust God with everything. And Jeremiah 29:11, God knows me and has a plan for my life. So it's almost like a meditation, if you will, or a reminder that as we do this, those verses, because he reads them out loud with me, those verses and those ideas really penetrate and stay in his mind, because the next time he gets even better at the memory work of it, but it sticks in his mind because we do it every single night. And I've just been so thankful to God for showing me that ability, because I think that, it doesn't have to be something that is hugely deep, hugely what could possibly happen in your life and how your faith it can just be simple truths, Bible verses, and the simple idea behind it that you can put into your children's minds so that they feel equipped. Any problem I face, God is there and able to help me solve it. So I'm just really thankful for Gather Round number 1, because that's where this idea came from, the start of it anyway, the verses, and then just God's leading and guiding to show me what the next step is, so that I can help my son have a foundation for him and his life moving forward. So that's all I wanted to share. If you guys have ideas that you've been doing with your kids, feel free to leave them down below, because I know as an autism parent or special needs parent, there's times where we go, how do I do this or that or the other thing? And and that's the point of this channel, was to go, I'm not an expert. I don't know all of the things, but this is what I'm doing, and I hope that this platform is something that this platform, Darrion, what are you doing? The bad guys. That this platform is somewhere where you can find just lots of different ideas for things that you might look at and go, oh my goodness, how do I do this? And then you go, oh, I have a starting point. So thank you for taking the time to watch this video. Have a wonderful homeschool day. Bye.